To our eyes, a colony of Chinstrap penguins on Zavadovsky Island appears chaotic, yet dotted with moments of stillness. A penguin stands guard over its nest, seemingly frozen against the relentless Antarctic wind. But this stillness is a profound illusion. If you could peer inside its brain using an electroencephalogram, you would witness a storm of activity, a constant oscillation between states. This is not rest as we know it. This is a state of perpetual flickering consciousness, a survival strategy written into their very neurology over millennia. They are engaging in microsleeps, thousands of them, each one a tiny 4-second island of rest in a vast ocean of unblinking vigilance. These are not simply moments of drowsiness or head nods. They are full, legitimate sleep events, characterized by the slow-wave brain activity typical of deep sleep in other animals. And they last, on average, a mere 4 seconds. Imagine blinking, and in that brief darkness, your brain achieving a moment of true neurological restoration. The penguins do this more than 10,000 times over the course of a single day. They never fall into what we would call a deep, prolonged slumber. Their entire daily requirement for sleep is shattered into thousands of tiny shards of unconsciousness. This isn't a disorder. It's a breathtakingly precise tool for survival in an environment where closing both eyes is a luxury you cannot afford. This extreme sleep fragmentation is born from a simple, brutal necessity: protecting the next generation from constant peril. During the intense breeding season, one parent must constantly guard the nest from both aerial predators and aggressive territory-stealing neighbors. Meanwhile, its partner is at sea on a foraging trip that can last for days. Leaving the eggs or the fragile, downy chicks unattended for even 30 seconds could mean complete reproductive failure. There is no shift change, no moment of respite. Vigilance must be absolute. Sleep, therefore, cannot be a period of vulnerability. It must somehow become part of the watch itself. The primary threat is an intelligent and relentless opportunist, the brown skua. These predatory birds patrol the colonies from above, their keen eyes scanning for any sign of parental inattention. They are masters of the waiting game, observing for a parent that dozes too deeply, gets distracted by a squabble, or fails to notice a creeping neighbor. A 4-second nap is a masterpiece of risk management. It's just long enough for a few neurons to rest, but too short to miss the shadow of a skua passing overhead. A minute-long nap would be an open invitation to disaster. This constant, lethal pressure has sculpted the very architecture of the penguin's sleep, turning it into a rapid-fire series of calculated risks. How is this neurologically possible without catastrophic failure? The secret lies in a remarkable ability shared with marine mammals like dolphins: uni-hemispheric slow-wave sleep. The Chinstrap penguin can put one half of its brain into a deep sleep state while the other half remains fully awake, processing sensory information and controlling motor functions. The eye, connected to the sleeping hemisphere, closes, a clear physical marker, while the other eye stays wide open, scanning for danger. Then, after a few seconds or minutes, they can seamlessly switch, allowing the other hemisphere to rest. It is the ultimate multitasking, sleeping and watching simultaneously. When researchers added up all 10,000 of these 4-second naps, a startling picture emerged. Over a 24-hour period, a nesting Chinstrap penguin might accumulate a total of only 4 hours of this slow-wave sleep. For a human, 4 hours of sleep, especially when shattered into thousands of interruptions, would be debilitating. It would lead to severe cognitive impairment, hormonal imbalance, and a crippled immune system. We'd be unable to perform even simple tasks. Yet the penguins function with flawless precision. They navigate, forage, fiercely defend their territory, and successfully raise their young on this meager, shattered ration of rest. This reality challenges our most fundamental assumptions, suggesting that the benefits of sleep may not depend on its continuity at all. This incredible strategy isn't even uniform across the entire colony. It is a finely tuned instrument, adjusted in real time based on perceived risk. Researchers discovered a fascinating gradient. Penguins nesting at the exposed, predator-heavy perimeter of the colony experience even more fragmented sleep and shorter microsleeps than those protected deep within the bustling center. The predation pressure is highest on the fringes, and their sleep architecture reflects this, shattering into even finer pieces as a direct, adaptive response. This proves it's not just a static, evolved trait, it's a dynamic, plastic behavior, modulating the very nature of consciousness based on one's address in the colony. Does this alien form of rest have any echo in our own biology? In a way, yes. Think of the new parent, whose sleep patterns are completely upended. They are often startled awake by the slightest whimper from their baby's crib. For weeks or months, their sleep is shattered into short, unpredictable bursts, a state driven by a powerful biological imperative to protect a helpless offspring. While our physiology cannot replicate the penguin's uni-hemispheric trick, the underlying evolutionary pressure is the same. Guarding the next generation forces a radical departure from normal, consolidated sleep. The Chinstrap penguin simply shows us the absolute pinnacle of this parental vigilance, a strategy honed to perfection over millions of years. The existence of the Chinstrap penguin's sleep pattern forces us to ask a profound question. What is sleep actually for? It strongly suggests that its essential restorative processes might not require long, uninterrupted periods to work. Processes like the glymphatic system clearing metabolic waste from the brain or the consolidation of memories might be achievable in incredibly brief, efficient bursts. The penguin's brain isn't just taking 10,000 naps, it's engaging in a form of hyper-efficient, piecemeal neuromaintenance. It's like instead of closing a factory for an 8-hour cleaning shift, you have an army of tiny robots that clean one machine at a time for 4 seconds, all while the factory's production never truly stops. Ultimately, the penguin's life is a masterclass in adaptation. Living through the perpetual daylight of the Antarctic summer, the very concept of a night for sleeping in becomes meaningless. They have effectively decoupled the need for sleep from the rhythm of the sun, transforming it from a monolithic block of unconsciousness into a continuous background process. Life for them exists in a state that is neither fully awake nor truly asleep, but a constant, delicate flicker between the two. It is a powerful reminder that the solutions life engineers to solve its most difficult problems are often far stranger and more elegant than anything we could have ever imagined on our own.
Monotony has grown fast. Nearly 2,700 people have watched in the last few weeks, yet less than 0.03% are subscribed. It would mean a lot if you joined by hitting subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.